back, Bro Plata Live, and I am messing with my lighting, trying to get it all pretty. That's probably as good as it's going to get. You can see my rosacea. I am Ray Highclack. Next to me is the sexy man, the man with the plan for life, unlike Kevin Holland. Keep it going for Tim Danko, everybody. Tim Danko.
Dude, you know whatever Kevin Holland's plan for life is? It's pretty badass, man. It's just like Megan Ducats, and taking fights and buying cars, dude. He's a car guy. He's a bunch of good cars. Anyway,
save your money, kid. Save your money.
Yeah, probably. He's not going to be able to fight forever. However, I mean, I don't know if guys are just laying on him. I mean, maybe.
No, don't equate the performance that Marvin Vettori put on to Khabib Nurmagomedov. Why are you doing that right now, sir?
Why
are you?
I wish you wouldn't have started like that, because the thing is, Khabib finishes people, and you know what? Also, but it wasn't bad. What Vettori did wasn't bad at all. My point is that Kevin Holland can keep fighting if he just gets that much damage. I think they gave him like a 3-week suspension because of his eye, but Vettori got one too. So they both got one. So not a big deal. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about that yet. I guess we can, because we bury the lead a lot in this show. Maybe we should stop doing that.
Because I want to talk about it.
All right. I just started drinking. I just got up. I was napping. I had to get up early today.
We can Gen-Sack this and circle back. I mean, we can circle back to it.
In the morning, which I don't like to do. I had to take my buddy to a doctor's appointment.
What time?
8. It's early for me.
I was already at my first stop, fucko.
We're not talking about you right now, Ray. We're talking about me.
I will say this. It is wonderful to have a day gig again. And I woke up, today was payday, to just a glorious amount of money in my account. Like stupid money for a dude who shouldn't have this much money right now.
Good. You can buy more ass-kissing fanboy shit. Like
hey,
it's what you buy. That's what you buy.
Let me actually tell you what the price was before I show it to God and country. This just
you don't have to. It's not my business. What you pay for?
No, because I like to humble brag sometimes, because this was bought with stimulus money on Easter. This was like an Easter gift to myself. I spent $75 on this jacket. And I'm damn proud of it. You need to listen. You need to watch the video as well, guys. We are streaming on a Facebook, YouTube, and Tim's favorite website, Twitch. #cancel Twitch, everybody, because Tim has Tourette's. Look at this beautiful, beautiful UFC logo. Just look.
Is that stitched?
It is.
Tiny little Chinese hands. Okay.
No, actually, it's Pakistani.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normal Pakistani hands.
Not child labor hands. These are people who really do need the money and don't need to be in school anymore.
What, the children don't need the money?
They don't need it. They need an education.
They shouldn't be the ones working for the money. They need the money, though. We all know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Children are our future. Child labor laws across the world. But this nice little UFC logo on the back, stitched with felt. Or like a felty material. It's quite nice.
Like, do child YouTubers? Is anyone breaking like child labor laws there? Like, that's a good question, Tim. I don't know. Like some of these kids, like I don't know, that kid that does all the toy reviews. What's his name? Charlie or whatever. I don't know. What if his parents like make him do a billion videos? Does it have something to do with how much his parents make him do? Is there someone regulating that?
I mean, it could be. That definitely.
I doubt it. This is something I just now thought of that you said that. I don't know. Very curious, right? Because I mean, yeah, there's labor laws. So there's also kids that are making a lot of money on TikTok and YouTube, but also at the same time, there have been child actors for a very long time as well. So if that's regulated, I'm sure this is somehow. It'd be harder to regulate if it's all happening from your living room, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's been questions about that kind of stuff with YouTube Kids and toy reviews and all that. Like, how much input do they have? Is it just the parents? I think a lot of it is the parents. Really, if you think about it, like
Well, once they realize it's a legitimate cash cow, then maybe it could become a problem. I'm not sure.
I mean, look at this.
Not saying everyone.
I would want a child's hands on this. This is $70 right here. $70.
Do you think you haven't bought expensive clothing before?
I've never bought expensive clothing before.
Yeah, it's a good point. I haven't really either. I'm trying to think.
I can't shop at H&M. Really. Like, I can't do that shit. I'm too fat, first of all.
No, you're not. I am. You're not.
By H&M standards, I am like,
they do like XLs there, don't they? Well, they probably do like the 6'5" XLs, right? Like if you're you get an XL t-shirt, it'll probably come down to your knees because this is people who don't like basketball players.
H&M, their clothes are like European cut. Like, I would be like a 17X in H&M clothing. Like, I wouldn't even be allowed to shop at H&M because of how fat I am for that place. And I have great clothes. I'm a suit vest guy. I like suit vests, and I can't wear the H&M suit vest because I look like the dad from Peter Pan. Like, everything would just come up and flap in my face. It's a terrible thing.
No, dude, there's a reason why when I gained weight back, I stopped dressing nice. I dressed a lot better when I was thinner. But the thing is, if I wanted to buy those same clothes that I wore, if I looked at pictures of myself 100 pounds ago and I decided I wanted to wear that same stuff, I could find it for sure. I absolutely could find it. But I just don't care that much. So I buy things like this very comfortable hockey jersey sweater. And
it's a lovely hockey
and sports stuff. I go straight to just a straight sports fanboy. When I'm fat, just sweatpants and hoodies and t-shirts, which I'm fine with.
We all do. I was wearing gym teacher sweatpants today, like the gray ones when I got home.
So really, when I think about it, it's really more of a depression thing than it is a fashion thing. Because when I was thinner, I was wearing better clothes. So the thing is, like I said, I could buy those exact same clothes now still if I wanted to. Just don't feel like it. Just don't feel like it. I'm comfortable in my giant sweatshirt and my sweatpants. Good stuff.
Yeah. That's why I always get a size bigger than like my own shit, or my own actual size. Like the jacket here, this is an XL. This is like an XL jacket. I could have probably gotten a large for a tighter fit, but I want to hide the tragedy that is my like bloated beer belly. So I want to make sure.
Are you gonna pull like a Kevin Smith who's still wearing the same size hockey jerseys he did when he was 340 pounds?
Hey. He has a great podcast that is amazing.
I love Kevin Smith. I love Kevin Smith.
He's graduated to suit jackets that are bigger, that are way too big, sir.
He still does a hockey jersey, doesn't he?
Every once in a while, but he wears a lot of like this like big overcoat that isn't like, it looks like it should be a big and tall like suit jacket kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Kevin Smith.
So do I. We've talked about him before. I love his movies. Most of them. I'm so tired, man. I'm gonna wake up eventually when we're doing this podcast. I'll figure it out. All right. So we started talking about the Vettori Holland fight, okay?
Yeah.
We can do that. Let's see.
Let's talk about it.
Well, okay. Well, this is what I'm a little bummed about. Kevin Holland very obviously has a giant hole in his game, which we saw it with Derek Brunson. We saw it with Vettori too. I did say I could see Vettori exposing it, but I really didn't think he'd do it as much as he did with 11 takedowns, right? Like, he's not like a power wrestler. So if you get 11 takedowns, it must be a guy who has zero takedown defense. And Kevin Holland apparently basically has zero takedown defense.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer for a guy who is as good a striker as he is and as dynamic on the feet as he is. You got to learn you got to fix your hips, bro. He said he doesn't want to learn to be a wrestler just because other guys are wrestling. I'm like, that's not it, dude. You don't have
that's
to be.
That's a retarded way to look at it.
Yeah, and also you don't have to be a Division I type wrestler, man. You just have to learn how to fix your hips.
Yeah,
you know, your whizzers and your just your hips, man. You just figure that out. You could, because if not, dude, there's not a single person other than maybe Izzy on the UFC roster that would not fight you the way those guys did now. It would be dumb not to. Even guys who are like, I can beat him on his feet, but I can do a shitty single leg, so I might as well just do that because I know I can beat him really easy that way. He may have a shot the other way, right? And I'm sure they can find some guys who won't fight him that way, who will fight him just to stand out to prove a point, and he's still an exciting fighter. However, if he doesn't fix this, not only is he going to lose fights, but his fights are not going to be as exciting. The Vettori had a very good fight, but it wasn't a super exciting fight. It wasn't as exciting as it would have been if they would have stand and banged for 5 rounds. Vettori did a very good job. I mean, I was talking crap about it before, but my stance on this because we talk about it all the time. You got to fight smart, man. And it wasn't that boring. It was a lot more action than the Brunson fight. So there's that. And Vettori looked fantastic, and he did the correct thing he should have done to beat him.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was his original plan, really, because in the first round, I mean, you can see Kevin Holland in both those fights, him and Brunson. I think he had the better on the feet, but then they realized this is just dumb. I can just take this guy down really, really easy. So I can just do that, and that's what they did. It's a bummer because I love Kevin Holland. I still love him. He's a lot of fun, and he's probably going to fight as soon as they let him fight again. But it's just, man, honestly, I think the best fight in the middleweight division, if he could fight anyone, it's not going to happen right now. But really, for Kevin Holland would be Israel Adesanya because he's the only one that would not try to take him down.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't. He would out kickbox him, and he probably would beat him. But it would be probably the most exciting fight for Kevin Holland to have right now. Now that everyone knows his very obvious Achilles heel, and that's that the guy doesn't know how to stop a takedown, and his hips are horrific. Listen to this. If I say it, can tell how bad your hips are in a fight, like I'm not. I'm not a trained martial artist that much, only a little bit. Both of us, we know kind of what we're looking at. Right, as fans, but we don't know what we're looking at as far as like instructors or anything like that. But I could tell you his hips were bad, and that was a problem. It was a problem again in the Vettori fight. So, good for Vettori, man. But yeah, Holland, do that. It sucks because he's so fun to watch. But if that's just what all of his fights are going to be now, like he has to learn how to take down the defense, or all of his fights will be kind of boring for now on.
Agreed, and that's something that like you look at. That fight, and I like Kevin Holland. I'm not I wasn't super sold like you were. I am a fan. I mean, we call him Trapper Keeper on this show for Christ's sake because you just have a straight up man crush.
I do. I still do.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just I am off, and I even told you this after I had watched the what's it called? I watched the fight on Monday. That's why we're doing it today. And I texted you that I'm off the hype train for Kevin Holland. Like the UFC has gotten behind this kid, and they should have. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have. I'm not saying that he's not a good fighter. He's not a great fighter. I think he would do better in like a K1 situation, not more than he would against the top tier of the UFC. Marvin Vettori, who is 6th right now and is trying to go for 5 against Darren Till, and because of Darren Till's injury, couldn't really do anything.
They moved him up, correct?
I don't know. I didn't look at the rankings on Monday.
Keep going. I'm checking.
But no, I look at Kevin Holland, and he is a top 15 fighter in the UFC. Yes, top 15. But I'm hoping he got moved down past 10 because he did not fight like a top 10 fighter in the UFC this past Saturday at all.
No, because no one in the top 10 has that big of Achilles heel, or at least one that, I mean, listen, like you can say even Khabib, you can even say Khabib. Like, how great is his striking, really? But the thing is, it doesn't really matter because he's so great at all the other stuff, right? But if you can't stop a takedown, you can't stay on your feet, right? So, they moved him to 12. Holland is at 12 now, which still makes sense. He's still a great fighter. I mean, he's still real tough. Man, I think him and Brad Tavares would be a good fight. But Tavares, even though he likes to stand too, he would fight him the same way. So he's not gonna beat anybody now unless he figures that out. And I hope he realizes that. I mean, I know his coaches realize that, but he seems like the kind of guy that you can tell him that, but it's up to Kevin if he wants to do it or not, right? He has to be the one. Well, I mean, really, that's every fighter, but some guys are a lot easier than others, right? When it comes to that.
I mean, you can say he is a great striker. He has crisp hands. He's got the kind of power that, I mean, we saw it on display during the quarantine fights before the UFC. Now going to Jacksonville with the pay-per-view, and then also Whitaker coming up as well. I need more out of Kevin Holland.
For what?
Now.
For what?
His ability to like stuff the takedowns. I love the fact that he is a powerful striker.
No, you say you need more from him, but for
Yeah.
what? You need more from him for what?
I need
For you to
more
keep
in his
watching him?
takedown defense. We need to.
I mean, why? For you to keep watching him, or what are you trying to say?
I mean, for God's sakes, he's gotten wrestle fucked 2 times in his last fucking fights.
I know he has, but what I'm asking is, you said you need more, but more from him.
Yeah.
For what? For you to keep watching him? For you to say that he's good?
For me to think that he is a top 15 fighter.
Okay. That's all I was asking. I wasn't sure what you were saying.
I was confused on why I was gonna I was gonna actually use it in my point.
Okay.
But your OCD.
Right. Well, yeah, you can't get shit past me like that. You know that.
Anyway, I was gonna come with that top 15 thing towards the end.
I'm sorry.
But
right, we'll get better next time, everybody.
For him to be on main events, for him to be this,
well, again, you got to give him credit. He took this on super short notice.
Agreed, but I mean,
right? The last one he didn't, but this one he definitely did, right? So you can't give him too much shit for it. And it's not like he found out what his big Achilles heel was in that last fight, but it's not like he had a lot of time to fix it. He didn't have any time to fix it.
If I was him, I would have been at Extreme Couture someplace, just literally working on getting taken down the entire time.
Like he has guys that can teach him wrestling and stuff. Like Luder knows wrestling. Like. Mm-hmm. Either way, he know anyway. I mean, we can shout as much as we want. He knows, and his coaches know, and they're the ones that have to tell him, and it's up to him. Because, like I said, not only will he not win fights, I don't know what his goals are. I don't think his goals are to be a champion. I think he just wants to be an exciting fighter and be in the UFC a long time. Well, to do that, you still have to win fights and have exciting fights, and it's going to be hard to have exciting fights when you get wrestle fucked all the time.
Yeah,
by guys who aren't even wrestlers like Vettori. Now Brunson is, but Vettori, not really.
No.
Yeah,
he's not known for his
takedowns. Yeah, we knew he had a little bit of it, but it didn't take a lot. Like I shouldn't say this, but like I feel like I could probably take Kevin Holland down, to be honest with you. Probably not. Not right now. I'm out of shape. But
for all the shit I talk, that is one thing I will never fucking say.
Point is, it's really bad. Like a lot of people could dig.
He looked like a blue belt going against a purple belt. Like it was there.
Well, in judo or something. I mean, if he doesn't want to do wrestling, get some judo guys to teach him how to use his hips. Something, man.
Bring Tower 7 in. Let's bring Intense Planet into his life and see what that does to him. He's a lanky fuck, and usually Intense Planet works for lanky bastards.
We'll get our buddy Andrew Law on the show again, and who's a judo black belt, and we'll tell him to go down to Dallas and knock on the doors at that gym and tell him that he's there to teach Kevin Holland how to use his hips.
Oh man, yeah.
Either way, man, I love Kevin Holland. He's really exciting. He has that awesome, unorthodox striking, kind of like part kung fu and part whatever else is going on in his head, which is kind of great. You know, it's very unique, and that's why we love him so much. But like I said, if he doesn't fix that, his fights won't even be exciting anymore. Because no one's going to fight him exciting, and I don't blame them.
No, it was just kind of, and plus, again, this is something I've always stressed when it comes to lanky ass fighters versus powerful guys. They don't know how to use their fucking distance at all. Like, I don't know how this generation of MMA fighter. Like, it just focuses on not like getting inside the pocket and throwing. You're not fucking boxers. You're kickboxers, dude. Like yes, it can lead to takedowns in the long run, but man, I'd rather see a dude do what John Jones does with the oblique kicks, guys who can use their length. Kevin Holland didn't do that in this fight at all.
He picked some with his jab. But the thing is, he didn't really have a shot because Vettori was he was all the way out or all the way in getting the takedown.
This is true.
However, those exchanges on the feet, you did realize, like, dude, if this stayed on the feet, probably will knock him out. And the same thing with the Brunson fight.
Yeah, he stumbled Vettori towards like the middle round, or I think it was second round, third round. He actually got kind of like a little bit of
he stunned him a couple
chicken
times.
Leg on him. Yeah.
And this is going to be like Brendan Schaub. Remember Brendan Schaub? He's a big podcaster now too, and a comic. But he was a what'd you say?
I said comic extraordinaire.
Someone called me that the other day. Is that a dig? That's a dig.
I mean, did you tell a bad joke?
No.
Did they laugh?
No.
Yeah, they were kind of being a dick.
It was Chad. It was a while ago when I was posting on his live stream or something. Oh man, I just got digged. Oh, that's okay. I assume so. Anyway, hey, you know what? Brendan sells out places that he headlines, so there you go. Anyway, but he's better. He's better than a special. He just taped a special too soon, like 2 years in, which is dumb for anyone. Because Showtime really kind of told him he should, and he did, and it was a bad idea. Anyway, I'm sure he's a lot better now. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he said when we were talking about like guys who would fight Holland who aren't really wrestlers will probably do the same thing. He was talking about when he fought LeVar Johnson, and he's like, I'm a shitty wrestler, but I knew LeVar Johnson was a worse wrestler. So he's like, the only way he can beat me is if he knocks me out on my feet. Sometimes I can't. Right. Like I said, it's that little bit of a but the thing is though, I'm actually a solid comic. So coming from Ray, telling whoever that was from, it was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, but I seethe in sarcasm,
I don't dude, I'm a bit we both know there's a bit of autism in the show, all right? It floats around like a big cloud. That's how we do things here. So yeah, usually
that is true.
Yeah, but coming from that guy, like, listen, I opened for that guy and I did good. So maybe he's just being a dick. I don't know. This is being a dick.
But no, and dude, like I said, I'm not saying anything where like I think he should be released or any of that shit. I want to see more out of him. He has a world of fucking potential.
Well, then tell him, man. Tell him. We'll call him up. Tell him Ray's disappointed in you.
I am. I'm like his dad. He probably. No, I can't do that.
Oh, you are such a monster! You are probably the worst human being I know.
I am.
You are. Why are you so? Why do you make it so hard for me to associate with you? You make it so difficult.
See, I stopped myself though. I recognize
like when you inevitably get canceled. I'm going to be canceled for just being around you. For not ostracizing you every time you're such a monster, Ray.
I stopped myself.
You shouldn't. You're such a fucking monster. All right. Let's move on to something. By
the way, I want to talk to you about this because it was something that bothered me today. Somebody in a comment on Facebook that's like close to a few people we know, or a comic you might know him. But I got this thing where I posted a picture of myself wearing an American flag like gator, and I had my hat that I wear on the show every once in a while, and I called myself Eurotrash, and I got a comment saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't call yourself. I don't like when you call yourself trash." Come on, man!
I love when you call yourself trash
because I am absolute trash. Like this is. I bought a $75 UFC shirt or jacket, and I'm waiting on a Pride hoodie. I am trash. Like anything expensive that I can buy for myself, I'm fucking buying. Like I know who I am.
You calling yourself trash is what they said that the pot calling the kettle black. No, it's the pot calling the pot a pot. That's what you calling yourself trash is.
It's one of the most truthful statements I tell in my act. Like for real, like I do a white trash joke for the people watching, and it's one of the more true statements about my life that I've ever said on stage. And I'm proud of that joke because I am trash. I know who I am. I am the guy outside in a summer day with no shirt on, like only shorts, nothing else.
I think the reason they said that is because they're like, don't get down on yourself, buddy. Don't say bad things about yourself like that. But in reality, that's not the way you're saying it. You're oddly proud of your white trashiness.
I am.
Actually, it took 8 episodes for me to get Ray to wear a shirt on the show. True story. Mm-hmm. Episode 9, we finally got him to wear a shirt, and
I have a glorious chest though. My tits are fantastic.
Oh, you. Anyway, is that what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, man. I don't like when people tell people not to like do something that's legitimately funny. Like if you're just lean into whatever you are.
Maybe they thought it was kind of like one of those attention grab things when the girl puts a picture of herself looking fantastic and it's like, I felt fat today, just so people could put it, dude, no, you look fantastic, you look amazing, all that. That's probably what they thought. It's like, no, Ray, you're not really trash. But I was sitting there like, yep, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Every woman and dude on my friends list who has actually met me, when they saw that picture, they were like, yeah, that's probably one of the more true statements about Ray. Like, he's just straight up, I'm Euro trash. I actually think I have a gypsy lineage. Like, there has to be some gypsy in me somewhere. Because I am one of the most, if you get to know me, I'm a wonderful guy. I'm fun. I like to laugh. I like to do all that shit. But when it comes down to it, like, I'm just trash.
I hear a dog.
Yeah, that's my dog, Troy. Hold on. Hey. 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 It's probably the UPS guy with my pride shit. I'm wearing that to OBT later.
Brad, I hope you get yourself like a Yama pit fighting tattoo or something next or something.
Roma, though, technically Polish Roma is a real thing. By the way, sorry, I had to bring that little thing up. Troy! Oh, God. He is like, locked in.
If this isn't the trashiest show of all time, this Ray screaming at his dog.
Oh, I know. I wish I had internet upstairs so I could like not have this, because you never hear that. Like, never hear. I'm in the black box of death or doom. So
have you bought like a bare knuckle fighting championship T-shirt yet? You don't have any of those? No.
I want to though, because I'm not gonna lie.
Get yourself an official Paige Van Zandt fight kit.
No, I bought one fight kit in my entire life, and that was actually at UFC 210.
Are you gonna get one that with your name back?
Ooh, no, why would any dude that does that? They have a small dick. I'm immediately judging you.
Well, that's not the way I would have said it, but I would have said just don't do that. That's what
you have a small dick. If you have your own custom fight kit, no matter what brand it is now.
Same thing with jerseys. I mean, unless like the team gives you one, like I think the Indians gave Stipe one. That's different, right? That's different. You wear that every day. That's pretty cool if they give you one. But yeah, you make your own. I mean, look at this. I say it's okay for children, but that's it. Kids in school. After that, yeah, that's not really that great.
That's a sad thing. Like if you put your own like number from like hockey jerseys. I have a few hockey jerseys with like my youth hockey number on them, just because I like the number 92. That's as far as I would go with like a jersey or a fight kit. I can't do, whenever I see a guy with like Jones and his last name is Jones, I'm like, you're a fucking tool bag. Like, I can't with you. Like, who raised you at that point? Like, was it your grandma? Because she didn't fucking like talk to you enough, I think. Like, you need your shit to be a little bit better than that. Like, custom number, fine. If you want to put 69 on a jersey, you're already my friend. But like at the same time, man, any guy that gets a UFC fight kit from either Venom or Reebok, and it has, I have a Chris Weidman one in the patio of my house that I bought at UFC 210. I wanted a Cormier one, but it was sold out because I wanted the gold and all that kind of stuff. But like, I got a blue and black Chris Weidman fight kit because I was like, all right, I'll spend the money.
I want a wrestler with a little bit of knockout power. Cormier. No, fine. I'll take Weidman.
Do you know what
Cormier had plenty of knockout power, but
do you want to know the sad thing that I always think about after buying that jersey? I was so happy to like see Chris Weidman live, and that was the Gegard Mousasi incident. Where Gegard lifted his legs up or arms up and kneed him in the face. Mm-hmm. Oh, I felt like such an asshole for buying that jersey because I was like, yeah, Chris Weidman, dude. I'm singing with like the people I came with. His theme song, "Won't Back Down," like a drunk asshole. I had been buying Tall Boys since I got there. Like it was bad. There was one point I actually smoked cigarettes during fights that bored me under stairs Talk about being trash. I found the smoking section.
Are you the coolest kid in your high school? What are you doing? Smoking under the bleachers?
Pretty much. That was what it was like. Like you just like saw this like, and there was just this dirty, large drink cup that everybody was like putting their their fucking butts in. And I was under the stairs of the Key Bank Center in Buffalo, just smoking like a fucking chain smoker because some of the fights were kind of on that card boring. I think I actually might have smoked during Kamaru Usman's fight. I don't remember. That was a drunk card. Like that was, I was more drunk than 203.
You told me about it. That's why when you want to talk about it all the time, I'm like, I think we're good. I don't want to talk about this card that you're just hammered the entire time. I mean, listen, I probably would have been too, but I watched it at home like everybody else, like a human being.
Well, I paid $100 for the seat I was in, sir. So
was that
what
up?
That
was Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo, UFC 210. Jan Blachowicz. I don't even remember Jan Blachowicz being on that card.
Speaking of Jan Blachowicz,
yeah,
they just set him up with Glover. I think for 266, I believe.
Okay. I like it. I think honestly,
where it's going to be yet, but that's going to be about fall time. Yeah, that's going to be fun because these are two guys that every single they're getting old, man. Like 38 and 41 or something like that. I don't know what their ages will be. The number will be when they fight, but yeah, these guys keep getting better. Like Glover Teixeira's in his 40s now, but he's fighting better than he's ever fought. What he did to Santos and what he did to Anthony Smith, he's looking fantastic. And obviously, Blachowicz just beat a guy who a lot of people thought maybe one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, and Izzy. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, dude. Glover's gonna fight, man. Because every time people count out, man, there he is again. Geez, this whole podcast is going to be you screaming at your dog.
Pretty much.
Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. All right. Well, let's talk about this, man, because this was a thing, and you text me about this, and when I read it, I'm like, this is 0% chance I'm worried about this. And this is not a thing at all. Now it's not a thing anymore. And that was the whole Poirier McGregor. What was that exactly? It was something like he was supposed to give money to his charity, and then he did it right away, and then Poirier called him out. So Gregor said he wasn't going to fight because he called him out. Was that what it was?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Conor McGregor called Dustin Poirier a hillbilly, an inbred, which made me it popped me as a promo fan.
As an inbred, it popped you. Is what you're going to say?
Maybe down someone's line there might have been some of that.
Well, you're the one who says you're trash. So I don't know. I'm asking you.
Oh, I just personality wise, I'm a trash person. I mean,
gotcha.
What did I do? What did I do within 5 minutes of getting in your fucking house and making a drink?
You took off your shoes and put your really nasty feet up on the coffee table. Yeah.
I am trash.
And I was staring at you like, did you keep your socks on, or at least trim your damn toenails before you come to the house?
I actually do that now more.
Thank God. Didn't last time you said you just wait till they fall off on their own?
No, I don't do that.
All right, let's not talk about that anymore. It's gross. You told me they broke off.
A couple have. Yeah,
okay.
Couple of my pinky toes. I've had foot infections.
Oh, good. Yeah. Everybody have a drink and eat while listening to this podcast. Sheesh. All right. So that happened. Then Poirier says something. Oh, McGregor defended himself, says something about he didn't know exactly how the money was going to be allocated. They were going to give him a proposal or something, some paperwork that never came. So that's why he did. Anyway, the fight's happening. I don't know if the donation's happening or not.
That might be something that they make a package about and talk about into this fight. There's some tension because Conor didn't do this. I'm tired of the Conor hate, to be honest. I'm tired of people hating on McGregor. He is an abrasive prick. We all know this, but he is one of the greatest fighters the UFC has ever produced. And we're probably the biggest personality to come out of the sport since Tito Ortiz.
You know what? I'm actually happy because when he wasn't being a dick last fight and he lost. So maybe this will help, man. Maybe he fights better when he is being a dick.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I'm excited for this fight. I think a trilogy fight in the lightweight division, especially, you need those kind of things because obviously, the belt is vacated right now, and you need a star to go up against the future champion and build that title back up because of the dark ages that we were in for a good while. It
I don't
just
even know
the
why
most unfun,
it's so dumb to have
un
to argue with it about this.
just boring, no real shit talking, and a guy with no
No,
real
just a guy kicking
personality.
everybody's ass. That's all.
Oh, that's fine, but I want
Finishing
to actually
everybody.
see
That's all.
personality out of my champion.
A guy being unbeatable and a badass. That's all.
Don't talk about my religion. Wah, my wife is a beekeeper.
Kicking the shit out of everybody.
Like, no, all he did was all he would do. Yeah, he would
beat
do
the
that.
hell out of everyone.
I don't care. I do not care. I don't like the man. It just there's something about him that's off. And one day we will find out some shit about Connor. Gets in trouble all the time, and people are like, "Oh, he's done. He's got some chick who like came out with a sexual harassment."
You know what?
Thing
I would be I'd be extremely surprised. He'll be straight and narrow, man. I guarantee it. I mean, look at
it's
way that guy
always
lives.
the fuckers that have the straight and narrow path that end up having the demons.
When does that ever happen, Cosby? Oh, okay, well that's just one.
Ted Haggerty.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I was about to say the quiet ones are always the ones you want to fucking worry about because they're doing things off the radar. They're never doing.
I had like 6 vinyl albums of Cosby.
Oh,
like somebody got them for me when at a yard sale or something. I never listened to them, but I threw them away when he got in trouble because I'm like, I don't want to have these on my person. I'm like, I don't even want these around. I wasn't going to listen to him anyway. I had respect for him at one point, not as much anymore. Well, none. Yeah, really. I mean, well, as a person, none. He's done a lot of other things, and comedically, he really was a giant star. But
yeah, he was.
You can't overlook the other shit he did.
Bitches while he was on that fucking rise. Remember?
Right. That's one of those things where people just say art from the artist, man. Separate the art from the artist. If you do that, he was a fantastic comic, but he was a monster of a person. However, and overall, he's a monster of a person. But at the same time, he did a lot of good stuff too, which is
again, I mean, compared to the number.
Well, I was gonna say there's no way to like. But what's that Chappelle joke that he saves and he rapes, but he saves just as much as he rapes? The Chappelle joke. I'll let Chappelle do it because he makes a better point than me, but it's also a joke.
I don't trust like quiet religious zealots. Like it's just I never have. No matter what religion, I don't care what you are. If you're a quiet dude, there was some comic years ago that talked about like undercover hoes where they're like they're S&D on Saturday and then they're getting saved on Sunday. Like I like those kind of people because at least they stick to who they are. If you're just like on the straight and narrow, you're a creep. Like I need an edge to my person. It's like Kyle Kinane said, where he was, haven't had a drink since 1996. You get out of here, baby eater. I don't like a sober person who can have fun. Like, that's a creepy thing.
Dude, listen, like, there are some people that we know that don't drink or do anything, and they're all right people, but there are some who just kind of like, nothing ever. Nothing ever. And you look to tell people all the time that you're straight edge. You know who else was straight edge? Ian Watkins. The Lost Prophets. All right, that guy didn't drink or do drugs. And look what that guy did. So maybe if he would have drank a few beers every now and then, he wouldn't turn into such a damn monster.
Yeah.
Probably not actually true, but still.
I actually agree with that hypothesis. I'm not going to lie. That makes a lot of sense. Like if you suppress the demons using...
You know what? There may be something to that, man. I mean, it's not just the fact that he didn't... drink alcohol. I mean, it's more than that, but something with suppressing demons. I mean, those are deep demons, though, right? I don't really. Those are any that you really can suppress if you have those in you. You're born that kind of monster. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm also not a psychologist. I'm not the person to be talking about that. But
I think we could get Dr. Professor Mitch on here to possibly give us that. But man, I don't
know about that study he did too with the fighters and the hugging.
Yeah. Or no, his buddy did that one.
Okay, I thought he was part of it. Wasn't he not?
He may have helped
I thought he was. He
to
was
get it
part of it.
published.
Maybe we'll talk to him. I don't
I
know.
can't. That's another thing that wigs me out, man. Like I have friends who are like published psychiatrists and shit, close friends, and I am the way I am. Like it's an honest thing where you're like, oh yeah, he can tell me how the brain works, and yet I'm killing mine with alcohol. I'll take the killing with alcohol.
Meh, it happens.
Yeah,
every group has that, and we were just those people. Apparently, we were just this destined to be who we are.
We are. Yeah, it's one of those things, brother. Let's talk about this Arnold Allen Sadiq Yusuf fight, by the way. Because I want to get down this fight card. I feel bad for one fighter on this card and the other one, good, that he lost. But what do you think of the Arnold Allen Sadiq Yusuf fight?
This was good. It was good. No, it was a good fight. Arnold Allen looked fantastic. He looked maybe a little bit of a step ahead of Yusuf the whole time. But it was a really good fight. They're both really tough. We thought this was going to be a really good fight. It was a really good fight. Good for Allen, man. What's he moved to now? 17-1. Yeah, the kid's a beast in the featherweight division. Featherweight, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. This was a fight I was very happy about. And as soon as they went to commercial after round 3 on the replay that I watched on Monday, I immediately turned it off because I was like, oh yeah, Arnold Allen wins this fucking fight. Like there's no way. It's one of the, I like having a co-main event on a fight night on ABC that's a little bit more clean cut. And then going into a main event that was, I kind of agree, like boring, but at least there was a nice bruised eye.
When you say clean cut, what do you mean? I mean, I think I know what you mean, but in case no one else doesn't, people don't know what you mean.
A clean cut victory. Arnold Allen, I turned off. I didn't even have to listen to Bruce Buffer announce the thing. I knew Arnold Allen had won that fight.
But you also knew that Vettori won his fight.
Like, well, yeah, but I didn't turn it off. I
thought you were talking about just like the technical striking in this fight.
It was fantastic.
Well, and that too. I thought that's what you meant by clean cut, but that happened too. I mean, these guys are great. They're both great. We knew this fight was going to be good, and that's all I have to say about it. It was good. It was good. They're super technical featherweights. They're very good. They're moving up the ladder. Both of them. Arnold Allen obviously now moves up. This is a great fight. It's fantastic. This British dude is fantastic. Now this one broke my heart a bit, and I think we talked about this. I think I said 3 different fights on this card. I said, I think this guy's going to win, but I hope the other guy wins. I think I said that 3 times, and it happened that way for all 3 fights. And this was first one was a Holland Vettori fight, and this one, Marquez and Alvey. Did they officially cut Sam Alvey yet? Because I'm assuming that's going to happen.
I haven't seen anything on the wire yet about that.
I mean, I know they like him, and everybody likes Sam Alvey, but he hasn't won a fight since 2018. He has 1 draw. He hasn't won since 2008. Like, I don't have 3 or 4 losses. And this is bad. I mean, he got beat up. I mean, look, he's tough as hell. We know that. There's no one tougher than Sam Alvey, right? As far as his chin and his heart, right? But he's great. But this Marquez looked fantastic for the second fight in a row. And this fight, he didn't look like he had a little bit of ring rust in the first fight, and he ended up winning in the 3rd round. He was just, pedal to the metal the whole time and really beat Alvey up for the most part. I mean, yeah, Alvey stayed in it a minute, best he could because he's Sam Alvey. Like I said, these guys got a heart like a lion, man, this guy. He always has. And but then at the end, Vettori was real smart. He stopped him, then he saw his neck when he was on the ground, grabbed his neck and choked him out cold. Real fast. Fantastic job by Marquez. This Marquez kid, man, he has 2 great fights in a row. He was out a long time with an injury. I can't wait to see this guy fight again. He's a big burly dude who has a great nickname, the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yes.
Right? Hits like a freaking truck, right? Again, walks out to Miley Cyrus. This was the best battle of the walkout songs. This was Miley Cyrus versus Sam Alvey and Taylor Swift. Badass. I love them for it. Props to both of them for badass walkout songs. This is the best when you come out to a walkout song no one expects like that. Actually, I expected him to come out to Miley Cyrus and then, finish somebody. Like when Tai Tuivasa that won him Hero of the Week honors a couple of weeks ago, Ray. When he walked out to Shania Twain and knocked out that guy, Harry Hunsucker. Pretty quickly. But yeah, Alvey's probably done now, man. It's a bummer. Marquez though is looking awesome, and I can't wait to see him fight again.
Yeah, Marquez had me kind of creaming my jeans a little bit when
Well, I
he
wasn't gonna
got.
put it that far, but all right.
Well, as a jiu-jitsu guy and a guy who loves rear naked chokes, I've like dedicated my life to trying to find the perfect way when I'm in training to get a rear naked choke as quickly as humanly possible when I'm like rolling.
I love you, but I'm pretty sure dedicating your life is a bit of a stretch there.
It's been a couple of years that I've been doing
that's not
stuff.
dedicating your life. That's a couple years.
I no, I have legitimately like I work on my pillow when I'm at home. I'm always practicing rear naked choke like positions
I
if
was
I'm
thinking
trying to like slip.
The other day what my judo rank would be if I never stopped after I started.
You'd probably be a black belt by now.
I'd be pretty close. I'd be at a brown belt. I'd probably be pretty close, depending on if I was doing tournaments and stuff. But the thing is, I'm not. I didn't. It's just I didn't, and that's on me. Which I obviously, if I wanted to, I would have. I need to get back into it though, because I'm out of shape. But I'm afraid to get thrown on my back, bro, or my head. That's the thing is, sometimes you get bumped, thrown in your head, and I don't want to get hit on my head again. I'm done with that. Unless you and I fight rough and rowdy, if they will let us fight each other rough and rowdy
more than
we'll
I want to breathe. Like that would be
I'll
fun.
fight you. Now, listen, you said before if they let us do that, that you'd be mad if you lost to me because you think you're tougher than me. Well, here's the thing.
I do.
Define tougher though. Define tougher because I told you I'm not much of an athlete. Although I have had a fight before, I didn't win, but I'm not much of an athlete. Define tougher because like you haven't seen my video of my fight yet, but I took like a bunch of punches in the face and kept going forward like a T County zombie, man. That was me. Like
I think I honestly have the hand speed.
You said tough. You said tough.
But I also think I do have a tougher chin because one, I've been in the gym a lot more than you have. I've done a lot more of I've never sparred. I admit this. Never sparred, but like when you take an elbow to the head during a roll session and it's accidental, I'm able to like kind of go, oh, it's okay, and then keep going, sir. So I think honestly,
once you see this video of my fight, if you ever see that, you're gonna be scared because you're like, man, this guy get hit like a Mack truck and he keeps coming forward. He doesn't even flinch. This guy, I don't know. I haven't seen the video, but who knows? But the thing is, though, I know this would be the bummer is that I probably couldn't box for 3 rounds. So even if you could just wait me out and then just probably finish me in the 3rd round because I'll be out of steam. So
I would dance around like Floyd Mayweather in 2012. I would be.
You know what? Listen, if they let us do it, we would be doing it because Rough and Rowdy gets eyes, and we'd be doing it for the podcast pub. That's the only reason we'd be doing it. But I promise them I will try to knock Ray out, and vice versa. So we don't want to cheat people now, and we'll give you the best promos in the history of Rough and Rowdy. We'll try.
Oh yeah. I'm already lit like I'm on the Ultimate Fighter, so it's quite nice to be able to cut promos. That would be fun. I think that would be the best part. Like everybody would be kind of like, are they joking or what? They really don't like each other, and I would just go like hard in the paint just because I know I could. Oh, that would be
probably
fun.
We'll get to the point that we would actually get mad at each other because I think we're both crossing lines.
Yeah, I could see that text. That was not cool, bro. I'm sorry. It just came out in the moment.
Hey, before we get to more fights, let's do Hero of the Week.
Oh, yes. Let's do Hero of the Week. I have it queued up. Let me kind of bring the video online here.
While you do that, I'll give you honorable mentions.
26.
Honorable mentions. I just talked about it. Julian Marquez, for the same reason I gave him Hero of the Week at one point for the Miley Cyrus thing, but he walked up to another Miley Cyrus song, and then he called out the bunch of the Kansas City Chiefs to play pickleball or something, which is kind of silly, but whatever, man. He's a bit weird, and he did It's Morphin Time when he won his fight. He's a weird dude, but he's a heck of a fighter. But yeah, he gets honorable mention. But this kid, all right. So this kid, Anthony Newer, well, is the volume working? Did you figure out how to work the volume? Because if you don't work the volume, then it's not going to be half as good. Because
I've got volume on the YouTube, and I am ready whenever you want me to play this.
All right.
And I think what we should do
See if
is
it works.
all right, hold on. Let me go back to 0 here. Yep. I have audio on my end.
I don't have audio. Play it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have audio.
You don't have audio? What the hell?
Remember there was Harrison had an issue with this too. He couldn't figure out how to do it. But there is
Yeah,
a way to do it. There's some sort of settings or something somewhere.
Yeah, I'd have to like go into thing. But do you want me to play this now?
Yeah. I mean, it was
Okay.
going to be a lot better with the sound.
I mean, I'm a bowling guy, so this is going to be
No
quite
shit,
nice
look
to
at you.
watch.
You look like a bowler.
Well, I do have the body of a 40-year-old bowler, sir. So it's how I make my living
Listen,
as a stand-up comic. I'm funny that way.
This kid is 18 years old.
Okay.
They call him the Ginger Assassin, Ray. And go ahead and play it because I think they don't show what I'm talking about right away.
All
but
right.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to hear it because Ray can't
and then we'll talk about it after the video is over.
Yeah, well, this isn't even the part I wanted to show you because it's the video is oh, I don't know.
Well, let him set up. The setup is part of bowling.
Sure. Okay.
And then
we got this kid. It's the PBA championship. This kid has a 7-10 split coming up.
Hold on. I need to say this. I've been in bowling leagues. I've done like bowling for fun. There is nothing more heartbreaking. Probably the sound of a hockey puck going off of a post on the goal, like that close to like the actual thing. That hurts when you hear that ping and it's fucking ugh. But when you get a 7-10 split when you're bowling, that fucking sucks. That's a horrible fucking feeling.
The chances of picking this up, I mean, just people, it's much easier to bowl a perfect game, a 300, than it is to pick up one 7-10 split. So this kid has to do it. He has to kick this up. And the thing is, what we're not hearing with the sound is the announcer fucking crushes it. It's the best part about this video. If not the 7-10 split, it's the announcer fucking crushes it. He was going to be co-hero of the week, but I can't very well give him co-hero of the week if we can't even hear the damn volume.
I know.
Damn production value of this bullshit show.
I know. Hey.
What?
We're not a bullshit show. We're a mediocre show.
We're the bullshit show.
We are the bullshit show. We do talk out of I talk out of my ass a lot on this show.
I know. I usually try to call you on it.
So let's watch him pick up this 7-10 split. By the way, love the stare. He looks like a champion already. He looks like a man.
Look at that shirt. We're gonna get you one of those. We're gonna get you one of those shirts, right?
Yes, I will wear that shirt on the podcast if somebody wants to buy it for us. I will fucking wear that shirt not only every show, but I will make sure to wash it and keep it as clean as possible. All right, let's watch him do this. Just a savage look.
Yeah, you don't need to rub it in. That's how we do things, but we still do it because we love it. All right, we're gonna keep on going. All right, even if there's one person watching, we're gonna keep on doing it.
Great spin too. Had just needed to be a little bit more over on what he did, and he fucking picks it up. What is that? What the fuck did I just watch? Hold on, I'm going back.
While you go back, I'll tell you, this was. It's only the fourth 7-10 split that was picked up in the history of the PBA. And this is the first one that's been televised. The first one they had on ESPN Fox Sports. The first televised PBA event where someone hit a 7-10 split. It's 18-year-old kid, the Ginger Assassin. And again, the volume's not working on the video, but watch the video of Anthony New York getting the 7-10 split because I think his name is Rob Stone. The announcer just makes it that much better because this guy is creaming his pants. This guy loves it, and he should. I mean, it's an extremely rare thing to see in bowling, and this kid, knocks it down. It is pretty great. But it's going to be a lot more fun.
Let's watch this Roy Munson-esque conversion. This looks like it's out of Kingpin, by the way. But let's watch this. Oh, you fuck. How the hell did he pay? Let's go for the replay because I know they'll see it or show it. That was like porn isn't even that sexy. Like I love it. It looked so good, and he's so happy with himself, showing soul for the first time ever. Like, because and this is the
Showing soul for the first. I just now caught that.
Oh my God, that was a good fucking video. That's worthy of Hero of the Week, sir.
It is, but you know what? Honestly, man, you needed to hear the sound. It was the best.
I know. Hey, Kevin Ross coming in too. Bro Bowling. I think that we should start our own bowling league. Bro Bowling League.
Yeah, I told you, man. I'm trying to sponsor a softball team.
And for D-Rest, yes, we do feel bad for you because we always you have to put up with us. And we appreciate you being on. Leave a comment, share, thumbs up. Hopefully,
hey, did we do our shout outs today? I don't think we did.
Huh?
We didn't do our shout outs today.
Oh, well, yes. Give it up, by the way, for the MMA holes. I did use the website on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Plata. That's where we post that we're going live most of the time. Retweet us. Make sure we've had a couple of retweets from some other podcasts, which is cool. Which means they're taking notice of us, which makes me happy at least because this show is not in vain, man. Like it's just not in vain. It's all I want. That is sexy commentary.
I believe his name is Rob Stone. So no one likes ties. I don't like ties, but I have to give because it's not the video's not nearly as good without the commentary, and of course the video wouldn't be anything without the 7-10 split. So Anthony Newer and Rob Stone are both my hero of the week for this week.
All right, I love it. Co-heroes of the week. It's fantastic.
You know how many? You know what? How many weeks that is for hero of the week now? You know how long we've been doing that?
Probably from 2, 3, 7 months. I'm not sure exactly of the time.
This is the 10th week. This is
week
10.
Well, it's felt like it only is 10 years. It's a but I want to also we need to
yeah,
you're correct, D-Rest. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah, that's we do kind of live in the past. We are
nice.
About 5 to 10 years behind on everything.
Yeah, I always say my technological age is 70.
Yeah.
Like I don't like iPhones for me are still like weird. I'm an Android person because it's easy.
Yeah, me too.
Like we can still. The sad thing is we actually can remember 5 years back in the MMA game. How it's changed. Jesus Christ.
What was going on 5 years ago?
Brock. I think what was Brock was for back in UFC, wasn't he? Stipe had just become champion around 5 years ago.
Well, yeah, 16 is when he won the title in 16 because it was the day before the Cavs won the NBA championship.
Yeah,
actually, it was the day of.
Technically,
yes, I told you it's the same day. Anyway, hey, okay, I was talking about the Rose Namajunas thing. This is pretty hilarious.
Hilarious! I'm officially going to be backing her for this fight, especially with especially since Weili Zhang is a great fighter. I'm not going to take anything away from Weili Zhang. Just her government's a little fucked up.
Do you think she has much of a choice in the matter, though? Like,
no.
You think she's allowed to speak out against her government? Do you think it's a choice she has to speak out against her government? All right, what does she
as an athlete? Yeah.
In China? No.
I mean, yeah.
No, not
Dude,
in China.
They would fucking riot if she went missing.
They're already rioting.
But they would go fucking ape shit even more if she spoke up and then completely fucking disappeared.
No, she can't do that. Or she would disappear. Either way, like you can't. Listen, it's not her fault what her country's doing. All right,
freedom isn't free, sir.
You can't. It's not. Anyway, what Rose Namajunas said that she doesn't like what Weili Zhang stands for, and she said better dead than red, which she means about China and what they're doing with this. And this, we've talked about it before.
Promo.
There's a crazy Wakanda, yeah. She did a crazy shit going on in China, but it's not like China's the kind of place where you can speak your mind about your government. It's not. So it's not Weili Zhang's fault, man. But then again, I mean, Rose Namajunas basically wants to take that opportunity to say that China's doing some crazy shit. It's true. They are. And I agree with her. But it's not Weili Zhang's fault, dude.
I'm not saying it's Weili Zhang's fault. I'm just saying she should stand up a little bit more to the government.
She can't, man. You want her to end up dead?
Fucking relocate to goddamn America and then start talking shit.
It didn't work like that, man. Typical American thinks that everyone's problems are just super easy. Ray, over here, you forget there's other places in the world where things are harder.
The Russian Five is a great documentary.
Yeah, with the hockey players. Yeah.
Yeah. They left Russia, which is just like China right now.
They were falling then, weren't they? They did fall.
Somewhat. I mean, and thank you, by the way, D-Rest. We have good back and forth.
Thank you. That helps us. That helps. That makes us.
Thank you, brother. I repeat.
We're not going to quit, man. We're going to keep on.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna keep on going.
We're gonna keep going. Share out with your friends, brother, and we appreciate it. You're now officially part of the Bro fam. So every time I say we'll see you at the Kumite, you're the guy we're talking about.
And that's dumb, by the way. I don't know if enough people know how much I hate that sign off, but you just keep doing it, and I can't stop you, so it's all right. It's fine.
It's a great sign off.
Sure it is.
You just need to know what a kumite is. You need to culture yourself. How about that?
I know what a kumite is. Like I went to Starbucks the other day.
With did you get the chocolate shavings on top of the kumite?
Yeah,
that's usually how you
kumite with cream and the whipped cream and the cool mate. Exactly.
Cool mate is pretty decent.
Mate, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, where
were we? Flights again? What? You're a monster.
I'm not much of a coffee guy. I'm an energy drink guy. Like when Pat Miletich was talking about like getting not having energy drinks and stuff like that off of the black oxygen stuff. I'm like,
yeah, I've been buying Pat Miletich's Magic Dirt from Canada. Verdict's still out on that stuff, man. I don't know. Has been helping with my acid reflux, which is kind of like worth its weight in gold, really, with me. So I'm already on enough stuff for acid reflux, but it's helping more than anything. So even if it's just that, that's good enough, man. So I don't know. We'll see. It's not cheap stuff, but he said it. What did he say? He told us it cures cancer.
Yeah, that it went away.
It cured someone's autism. Right? People
that didn't work with you at all.
On death's door have came back from this. So a guy threw all his medication at his doctor because he takes this stuff now. Listen, but when Pat Miletich says it to us, we're just like, yes, sir, this is fact.
Well, of course,
it's Pat Miletich, right? And we're big fight fans. We're big fans of his, so we were just happy to have him on number one. But when he was saying this to us, I'm like, yes, I'm buying some. Why would he lie to us? So hey, listen, it's not nothing, it's something. But like I said, I'm gonna take it for like a couple of months, and then I'll give you a real verdict on it. So
I've definitely, with taking the Alpha Brain I bought, not gonna lie, I have felt a little bit better and more focused. I haven't really drank any in a while.
Once I run out of mine, I'm not going to take it anymore because it's too expensive for what it is. We're either ginkgo
biloba.
Biloba, yeah, we'll take that. That's cheaper, and it's helped me before.
Let's talk about. I wanted to get into this fight because
let's do it. Let's get into it.
Because God damn it, sir. God damn it, Mackenzie fucking Dern. Her jujitsu in
the
MMA.
hot mama fight, right?
Oh, such a sexy mama fight. Like this is Cougar. This is the UFC's Cougar fight. Like this is perfect. Instead of hot in Cleveland, we have hot in the octagon. This is a fantastic
octagon.
No, the hot-tagon. Anytime Mackenzie Dern especially goes in there.
What? We're changing the name of the podcast to the Hot-tagon?
Hot-tagon. I like it.
The Hot-tagon.
The Hot-tagon with Tim and Ray. Everybody.
The way too hot-tagon.
The way too hot-tagon. Oh man, but dude, Mackenzie Dern, she's just
so
like
slick.
alien level, and her strength that she was able to pull. That girl's, yes, I was actually about to say this, getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
No one can beat her. I don't think anybody can really beat Mackenzie Dern.
Well, look what I mean. It's not like Nina Nunez. It's not like she didn't know what was happening. Like she knew exactly what she was doing.
I'm aware.
She knew exactly what she was doing, and she knows how to defend it. She was doing everything right, but she just can't because Mackenzie Dern is just so much better than she is at it. And you're just sitting there. She knows exactly what she's doing and what she's trying to do. There's no surprise there at all. It's just she's so damn good at it. She just, taking her time, being patient, and all of a sudden, boom, your arm's broken. And then she's so good. And yeah, dude, the way she's been submitting people, it's been fantastic. And Ray, you keep talking, I'm going to look up what she's ranked at now.
I honestly, when I was watching the fight, and the women's strawweight division has almost their Habib in Mackenzie Dern. Like she gets these opportunities to just use her jiu-jitsu perfectly. And we're talking, I'll go Aldo level. She uses her jiu-jitsu so fucking well to do what she's got to do. And like D-Rest just said, man, like she gets better with every fight, cleaner. She's never really there's no real holes in her game. I mean, maybe striking, but I mean, with her jiu-jitsu, who the fuck needs striking, to be honest with you?
Well,
and
brother, she's at 5 now. And
she should be.
And let's see, we have number 3 and number 4. That's Carlos Esparza and how do you say her name? Jan Zayanan.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They're fighting each other soon, and I don't know if they mash Joanna up. So I think maybe that would make sense. Maybe Dern and Moana.
Mackenzie Dern versus fucking Joanna. Holy
that's a tough fight for Joanna, right? Because she doesn't have the ground game, man. But her strike is so fantastic, and her spacing is so good. Like that's good. I'm already excited just thinking about that.
Me too.
That'd be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. And plus, I mean, who doesn't like to watch? Joanna's a monster. I love watching her fight to begin with. But the way Joanna, Harana, you know what I'm talking about. The same person I was just talking about. All right. But yeah. How does she fight that, right? She has to, everything comes into her play, her distance, her footwork, and her kickboxing and everything to stop the takedowns from Mackenzie Dern. The thing is, so Mackenzie Dern runs on Joanna the way she kind of ran on Nina Nunez. I think she might get knocked out. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. She might get slept if she does that. But I think she knows that. Her coaches know that.
Style, I think.
Yeah. So if she doesn't get overzealous when she fights her, she would have a really good fight. But it's possible that Joanna could stop her if she tries to do something like that. If she tries to stand up, I mean, her stand up's getting a whole lot better, tons better. But compared to Joanna, who's world class, that's not the way you fight her. But anyway, that would be a great fight. I really hope that happens.
It would be sexy. And like the hand fighting that we just fucking said her name, Mackenzie Dern is just top level, dude. Like I'm fucking happy. The change of accent was weird, but what
it always kind of goes back and forth, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I always trying to figure out where she's from. Like there's Brazilian, and sometimes like no, it's not there. There's a little bit there, and there isn't there. That is weird.
Well, wasn't she born in America? I'm pretty sure she was born in the United States, but her dad's like full on Brazilian, if I'm not mistaken. Her dad is like straight off the fucking.
Hey, it's not that weird, man. Dude, we knew comics who have different accents depending on what kind of crowd they're playing in front of. So, yeah, it's what it is. I'm not gonna give her too much crap.
But I mean, yeah, Mackenzie Dern to me is like she's a problem in the women's strawweight division that needs to be solved. But I think that's more for the higher level, even the champion.
Right, that's 4 in a row now. Her last loss was Amanda Rivas. Rodriguez is would be another good fight for her too. Brianna Rodriguez. She's like ranked one under her, who just beat Rivas. You all right, buddy? What happened?
I'm looking for my glasses. I can't find them. It's not good because I'm driving to LVT. By the way, to anybody watching this in the future, I will be in Berea, Ohio, April 30th at the Grindstone Tavern. It's gonna be a fun night, hosted probably by Brandon Petrie. Brandon is an awesome comic, and I'm glad that I get to be on this show again. I'm so excited. I love that show.
Pete asked me to MC the finals of the amateur contest.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. He's like,
possible too.
He's like, there's too many comics. You can't do tell. I'm like, Pete, I'm doing like 7 minutes. If you want me to come up to do this, I'm doing at least like 7 up top. He's like, okay, whatever. He was giving me crap. He was gonna let me do time anyway.
But let's go to, because I gotta leave in at least the next 15 minutes. And then we're
going short today. You canceled 2 days in a row.
I know, but I got a spot, and James Killius like offered to write me on the list. It's a thing.
At LVT at that open mic. All right, whatever.
Well, I got to do a set. I haven't done a set, and I have a show coming up 4/17 at Paradise Island in Euclid, Ohio. Quick plug. The word refuse is a funny trash word. No, refuse is not. I would say if you said like shit like I hate to say this, but I ain't. Whenever I hear that, like no matter who it is, I'm like, it's not grammar, and I'm not about grammar. But you can say refuse, and it is if you're a trash person that just wants to like sound smart, which I always do. Tim can tell you, I try and be the smartest boy in the room, and I'm never the smartest boy in the room. So,
I actually haven't been listening to what you've been saying the last about 30 seconds.
You and many other women.
Yeah. Speaking of that, no, not at all. What do we got? Where are we, Ray? Where are we? What's going on? What's happening?
We are at the Savage Psycho, the crazy
this is another
man.
One. I figured he'd lose, but I didn't want him to lose. Mike Perry. This is the first time I've actually pulled for Mike Perry. Do you see what he said after this fight? He's like, I used to be great. Maybe I just suck now. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he would do better this time because he's at a real camp now. He's at MMA Masters, which is our buddy John Gunther told us about. Everyone check out episode 55 with John Gunther. That was still my favorite episode. John Gunther is one of the most interesting people we ever meet on earth. And we talked. He was on Ultimate Fighter with Stipe and Cormier, and he was the guy who shears alpacas and sleeps on the floor. And he's like one of the most interesting people you ever met. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, he still lives in his van.
I love that about him.
He was living in his van in the parking lot of MMA Masters. So anyway, apparently he's down there, and they said he's been working hard, but he's still. But also, Daniel Rodriguez is a tough dude, right? So yeah, he outclassed him. It was a good fight by Rodriguez. I'm assuming they're still not going to cut Perry. That's because people love Mike Perry. He's fun to watch fight, and he's nuts. And because he's nuts, he's fun to watch fights.
Fun to watch fight now. So he lost 3 in a row.
Yes, I think so. Because he lost at least 3, maybe 4.
I'll give him one more because he's an entertaining fuck. Like he's an entertaining bastard, and I'm very happy.
Right, listen, this is what I want. I want him to go up to 85 to fight Kevin Holland. That's what I want.
That would be hilarious to watch that. David.
Actually, he's lost 2 in a row, but he's lost 4 or 5. He has that one win against Mickey Gall.
Okay, so 2 isn't that bad. I'd say give him a couple more. And plus,
before that, he lost we talked about this before. He lost to Jeff Neal and Vicente Luque, which is okay. Like those guys are monsters.
Yeah,
right. And he didn't look terrible against Rodriguez either. They're not going to cut him, but I just hope he's not that old either. He's 29. Figure he turns it around eventually because the dude has a lot of pop. He has a lot of talent. Yeah,
he's 29.
What did you think?
Oh my God, I feel way better about myself now physically than because Mike Perry looks like he smoked crack at 7. Like he looks hard. Like he looks older than 29. I didn't know he was 29.
He gets hit in the face for a living.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't see it. Then again, I knew how old he was, so I don't.
Yeah, neither did I.
He had his lady in his corner again. Badass. I love that. I think it's great. So does Sam Alvey. He has his wife in the corner. His wife knows about fighting. Though.
Well, I was about to say Sam Alvey's wife could kill us with her pinky. Like, I honestly, all Mike Perry's girlfriend would do is just yell at us and call us pieces of shit. Like, and we'd go, yeah, we know.
How do you know she would do that? You don't know anything about this lady.
She's loud. Did you hear her during the entire fight?
She's in the corner, and there's no crowd. You can hear everybody's corner with no crowd, Ray. You're a terrible person. You're a terrible person. There you are again. Really? Just like,
absolutely
oh,
am.
she's loud. Everybody's loud in the corner with no fans. Jeez, Ray, you're terrible.
Trash person coming in all day, every day. What did you think about? We'll run down quickly the prelim card. Jim Miller loses to Joe Selecki. What'd you think about that fight?
Yeah, this was like a stalemate chess match, right? It's like you hope they get on the ground because they're both fantastic grapplers, and they did. But the thing is, because they're both grapplers, like no one could advance on the other one. So it was just kind of like, okay, now what? Okay, now what? I mean, Selecki won the fight for sure, but it was I mean, it wasn't their fault. It's just because they're so good at what they do that it was just a stalemate on the ground. And it wasn't as exciting as we hoped it would be with crazy scrambles and stuff. But it was still a good fight. They're both really good technical fighters, and I love Jim Miller, ever. You know, and Selecki is like a younger Jim Miller kind of with the style, and he looked good. Good win. Again, wish it was a little bit more fun, but yeah, he does have the most. Miller has the most fights in the UFC. I believe it's 37, which that's
Jesus.
so many.
That's a lot. What'd you think about the Scott Holtzman, Mateus Gamrot fight?
Yeah, dude, you love Holtzman, right? He's been around forever, but he got popped in on this guy. This kid is a monster. And what did he get him with? I forget. You get him with the right, or I can't even remember.
Yeah, I believe it was a right. I'll agree with you. Would you, John McDessie? John McDessie going the distance, getting the win. What'd you think about that, my friend? Because I like John McDessie. I'm a fan.
Yeah, this was a fun fight night card because John McDessie was like buried on this card, right? I mean, he's John McDessie. Yeah, he had a solid win. That was good for him. I didn't watch the whole thing. This is what I missed. I missed it. You set me up for if I missed the fight, I have to say it, and you don't admit it, right?
Well, I admit I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the prelims. But this is one that really fascinates me. I saw the highlight on Facebook of Jorgen De Castro. They were playing on UFC's Facebook the entire week, the walk-off knockout that he had. And he gets slept by Jairus Danho. Did you watch that fight?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw him get knocked out. It was great. Yeah, big knockout. De Castro. Who did he lose his last fight to? Was it Felipe? I think it's Felipe. Anyway, Castro was a favorite. He was supposed to do this to Danho, right? But it didn't happen that way, man. The guy starched him, and it was great. The other one, the Griffin Saldana fight was super close. I'm not quite 100% sure they got that one right. It was very close, although all judges have it the same way, and in that case, maybe I was just wrong, but it was pretty close. And the Jung Dahan William Knight fight, man, he just kept taking him down. He couldn't stop his takedown. He kept using the same sweep over and over and over again. I think he hit the sweep like 4 or 5 times. And he's a giant light heavyweight, man. This is a really big kid. I can see this guy eventually being a heavyweight. He's so big for that weight class. Although William Knight is short for the weight class, but Ung is he's just giant for that class. But yeah, it wasn't super exciting. He just kept taking him down, but he did a good job. And Knight couldn't stop it at all. So much like Kevin Holland, got to work on that takedown defense, fam.
Absolutely. And Tim, you love when I do this. Because it's a long, and to put D-Rest as our last comment. Poor William for losing that fight.
I guess smothered. I like William Knight, man. He fought that guy from Strong Style his last fight, and he beat him. Whose name I can't remember again.
God damn it, Tim.
Let me do it. Let me get it now before we leave, just so now I can finish the thought. I'm gonna get it. I don't think he's had a fight since then, has he? I don't think he has.
Alexa Kammer.
Yep, Kammer. Yeah, that was a fight that was supposed to happen like in Cleveland outside of the UFC before that. Yes, Ray, do good, don't suck, as always.
I'll make sure to blow always as well because that's how I get my money.
This guy over here.
We appreciate everybody for stopping in with the Bro Plata. We do this 2 to 3 times, or 2 weeks, or 2 times a week, if I can remember my own script that I wrote in my head, because I don't really write things because I'm stupid. But we appreciate everybody for watching. Leave a comment down below to get more recognition for Bro Plata. We've had a spike in our video viewing, which is always fun. And
Most of those are me just watching tape, bro. That's me watching
I
tape.
like that. I like it. At least one of us is. I'm more of like a Kevin Holland. I'll accept the fight on 2 weeks' notice, and then completely get smothered by the actual topic itself. That's
and then blame the way that I like to do the show for the reasons you don't do that. Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys watching. Listen to us on everywhere you stream stuff. Share us out. We want views. We want people. We'd like to also thank, and we didn't do it enough this one, but the MMA Holes for having us on their network. The MMAholes.com. Click on that to support them because they have us on their network. And we appreciate them doing that for us. But Tim, I've already done my plugs, so because I kind of did it throughout.
I don't have any, man. We're done. We're good. I gotta go watch.
I like it. And we will see you guys next time, probably Friday. And all the best. Thank you, guys. Yes, leave the comment. The MMA Holes were here. We'd like to know who's actually watching through that as well. But like I say every week, and Tim hates me saying it, we will see you at the fights, everybody. Have a good night. And what you gotta do.
You think you're cool now because you changed it up? Whatever, man. Dude, this Egg McMuffin has been crushing me for the last 12 hours. I think it's going to be the death of me.